Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. Hope you are all doing well. So today we have the Vitara Brezza and I have bought it for off-roading. So a lot of people have been commented on my previous videos saying that do a off-road video on Vitara Brezza. So here it is. So one of the most important thing in off-roading is that the tire size. So talking about the tire size, you get this nicely finished diamond cut alloy wheels which are wrapped up in 215/60 R16 which is wide and big enough. And another important thing in off-roading is the ground clearance. Does it have enough ground clearance? Yes, it does. So it has 200 mm of ground clearance, which is definitely good. And one more thing I liked in the Vitara Brezza is it doesn't feel like a chopped off compact sub 4-meter SUV. It feels like a complete full-size SUV. And also one more proud thing for Indians is that the Brezza is the first Suzuki branded car which was completely and fully designed in India. And also one of the best selling compact SUVs in India as well. So moving on to the next requirement. So one more important thing is that the power and torque. Does it have enough power and torque? Yes, it does. So it is powered by 1.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder unit which produces around 103 bhp and 138 Nm of torque. And also one more thing that impressed me is the car did not feel underpowered at all. So previously I have bought Magnet and Kaigor here, so they are powered by 1 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder units. So at some places they felt like they are underpowered because the turbo was taking time to kick in and the power was not precise. This is where I love Maruti. So the gearbox is precise, the accelerator is precise, everything is just precise in this car. And also thanks for the 1.5 liter big engine. So now let's start the video. I must say guys, I was really amazed by the capabilities of Vitara Brezza. So now we are approaching the first with the first path. As you can see, the Brezza did it in a piece of cake. It did not struggle at all. Did you guys see that? There was no any kind of struggle or anything. The car is just humming up with a lot of power. Well, the first path was definitely easy for the Brezza. So moving on to the second path. So the second path is really very challenging. There is a lot of sand and the steepness, as you can see the steepness of this, it's like a small hill. So now let's see how the Vitara Brezza performs here. As you can see, one of the wheels just took up. So it's pretty common in off-roading. As you can see, the ground clearance, there is still a lot of space left. So that is why the ground clearance is definitely very important. And also this kind of thing is also can be called as axle twister. As you can see, the car is right now standing on only 3 wheels. I can go down and sit down there. There is still a lot of space over there. So as you can see, the capabilities of the Vitara Brezza. So now let's see how the Brezza crosses this obstacle. So it's pretty common to get lot of wheel spins because the back tire when it goes down, so the front part of the vehicle will not be having any weight. So it's pretty common to get wheel spins. So now let's see how the Vitara Brezza comes down from this. Amazing job by the Vitara Brezza. So I have bought lot of other vehicles too. Lot of vehicles they struggle but this thing it just came out easily. So far the Vitara Brezza is just doing amazing things and it has in fact amazed me because the car definitely is doing pretty good. It has the big engine, it has a good amount of ground clearance. So now we have a bit of rocky terrain. So let's see how the Vitara Brezza performs here. As you can see, the one wheel is up and the car is right now standing only on 3 wheels. As you can see, the bottom of the car, it's completely filled with a lot of rocks. So now let's see how the Vitara Brezza comes out from this. So getting the traction in this type of terrain is very hard for the car. Well, the Vitara Brezza is doing so good so far. As you can see, the car is just coming. It's not at all struggling at all. It just keeps on coming. Definitely very impressed by the Brezza. Well, hats off to the Vitara Brezza, guys. As you can see, I'm gonna show you the path we have come so far. There is a lot of steep downs and there is a lot of rocks, there is a lot of mud and all. Vitara Brezza crossed all these paths without any kind of hassle. So guys, now let's move on to the next path. So as you can see, the next path is definitely very hard for any car here because it has like a steep up. As you can see in the camera, it definitely isn't that steep, but in person if you see it, it's definitely very steep. So now let's see how the Vitara Brezza climbs this hill. Piece of cake, literally piece of cake. No any kind of struggle, no any kind of wheel spins. The Vitara Brezza aced it. So now let's climb down the same path as we climbed up and see how the Brezza performs. As you can see, the angle of the car, the way is definitely very steep, and also I'm going to show you the ground clearance. There is still a lot of space left, so there is no any kind of components or bumper touching the ground. So as you can see, so now let's move on to the next path. As you can see, there is a kind of vertical climb up. It is very hard for a full-size 4x4 SUV to climb these kind of situations, and also it is very dangerous as well. So now let's see how the Brezza performed. So like I said, it's a vertical kind of climb up and there is a lot of rocks, sand. It is very hard to get the traction here. And also this is not a 4x4 car, it's just a two-wheel drive car. As you can see, the steepness of the path, the car is like bent towards the left side. So this is just the second time we are trying to climb. Let's see how the Brezza performs. Hats off to the Brezza, guys. Within just a second try, the car climbed up. So now let's climb down the same path. So far the Brezza is just doing amazing things. Okay guys, as you can see the path right there, it is very steep. It is very steep. I mean, in person it is definitely very steep. So now let's see how the Brezza climbs down the same path as it climbed up. And also you have to be very careful and slow, and also thanks for 200 mm of ground clearance. There was no any kind of components or any bumper was touched to the ground. I'm going to put a clipping next. I have placed a camera right below the bumper. You can see it right there. So moving on to the next situation, we have water and mud situation. So now let's see how the Brezza handles this. Well, the Brezza is doing just unbelievable and amazing things. So the Brezza has even conquered water and mud situation without any kind of hassle. So now let's move on to the next situation. This is a kind of situation where there is two small hills and you have to climb up. So it is completely filled with sand, and this is kind of a sand hill. It is very hard to get the traction here, and as you can see, a wheel is up and the car is right now standing only on three wheels. So now let's see how the Brezza comes down in this path. As you can see, the car is right now standing only on three wheels. It is pretty amazing. So in my experience, I have bought a lot of cars here. Vitara Brezza was the car that could easily clear this path. A lot of other cars would have a lot of wheel spins, but this thing just cleared it without any kind of second thought. Honestly guys, the Brezza is doing so good. I'm just imagining this same car with 4x4. It's gonna ace it. It's gonna be a complete amazing off-roader. So whatever the thing I put in front of it, it's definitely acing it. As you can see, we have a small climb up. We get a lot of wheel spins, but it climbed up. So now let's get down the same path and see how the car comes down. Well, honestly guys, the Vitara Brezza is doing pretty amazing job, to be frank. So I didn't find the car to be underpowered anywhere. The car is perfectly precise. The car just cleared whatever I put in front of it with the easy and easiest way possible. So now let's move on to our last path where there is no road at all. So we are gonna take the car where there is no road. It just filled up with a lot of rocks and stuff. One of the most important things to do in these kind of situations is you have to drive the car very slow. As you can see, there is no any kind of roads or any other stuff. The car is just moving forward without any kind of hassle. Here we have a uphill situation with a lot of rocks. It is very hard to get the traction here, but the Vitara Brezza aced it, even though this is a two-wheel drive compact SUV. So now let's climb down the same path as we climbed up. As you can see, the road is completely filled with big rocks and lot of plants and weeds. So definitely Brezza cleared it without any kind of hassle. So one more important thing you have to follow is you have to be very slow. Well guys, so far the Brezza has definitely impressed me with its capabilities. It definitely deserves that SUV badging, you know what I'm saying. It definitely deserves the badging of the SUV it has. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. Please do like the video if you like it, and also do not forget to subscribe. Please do subscribe my channel for more content like this, and also comment down your opinion, how you felt and how the video was. Well, I know if you buy a Vitara Brezza, you're not gonna be off-roading with it. You'd buy this car for its luxury, features and all of the tech it has inside. Well, if you really is an enthusiast and if you want to go for off-roading, Vitara Brezza can do all the stuff I did today. In my opinion, Vitara Brezza definitely deserves the badging it has, the complete SUV. The Vitara Brezza did definitely impress me with lot of its capabilities and unbelievable things. Well, if you are looking to buy any kind of compact SUV that is capable, very easy to maintain and very reliable, Vitara Brezza is the car to go for. And also I feel Vitara Brezza is a kind of car that is value for money. It is big in size, it is safe for your family and easy to maintain and a reliable car. And also a very big thank you for Magesh sir for lending me the car to do the review. And also if you live somewhere around in Mysuru or Mandya district and if you want to check out the Vitara Brezza, or any kind of Maruti Suzuki vehicles, Friendly Motors Mysuru is the place to go for. I have left a link in the description for the address and contact number. You can contact them from there.